Hello and welcome to the final episode in a spooky month. At least we hope this comes out before the end of it. You know, Tony's workload notwithstanding. But, you know, we're hoping that this gets out before the end of October because we wanted to end it with at least one spooky episode because we do this every year. And this week we'll be talking about Haunted Hotel, the Netflix animated series, which, yes, Tony did already previously talk about in screen time, but now we can actually talk about in full because, you know, Brian and I have both watched it.
And like I will say here, like Jay mentioned, I will work as hard as I can to get not only the episode I am working on and editing, which that will be quick and breezy. I'll also get this episode done as soon as I possibly can.
Yep. So look forward to that.
Goal.
At the very least, let the record reflect that this episode was recorded in October, so it counts.
It recorded on October 26th of 2025.
Right before Halloween. Just a few days before. Alright, so as per usual, we cannot start the episode without first jumping right into the news with Brian. Take it away, Brian.
Alright, so I have an interesting news story for you. It isn't spooky related, but it is animated related. So apparently, Robert Cookman's Skybound Entertainment is producing a new show called Energon Universe.
Yeah, this is based off of the Energon comics that Skybound's been doing. Energon Universe.
Tying in Transformers, G.I. Joe, and Void Rivals.
Yep.
Which is Kirkman's addition to the universe.
Yeah, Void Rivals. Well, Void Rivals is just what connects the two. So that's kind of the So how it works in the comics is, so there's Transformers and there's G.I. Joe, and then Void Rivals is like the connecting tissue, basically like the Nick Fury Shield related stuff that where like you actually see them investigating both the Joes, Cobra, and the Transformer stuff. So, like, think of Void Rivals as like the bridge between G.I. Joe and Transformers. They're what like connects the two. Because basically, to give you guys like a brief summary, like without like major plot points, like Energon the energy resource is like a big plot point for both, and essentially like the US government wants to use Energon to power their weapons and shit, and so that's why both the Joes and Cobra are after it, which is why also they come in contact with the Decepticons and the Autobots to give a very succinct, very simplified version. There's obviously more complex shit like governmental bodies and such, but like we don't got time for me to do a whole dissertation on the Energon universe.
Yeah. So it's gonna be, like I mentioned before, it's gonna be animated, adult animation in similar vein to Invincible, and set to be like the showrunner, and he's also writing it, is Joe Henderson, who is most notably known for creating a show that Jay and I like about, and I think we've talked about on the podcast, and maybe did one episode for the final season, Lucifer.
Oh we did. I think we did two. We've done two.
Okay,
we've done two because we did the last two seasons.
Well,
because
I think we did the first Netflix season.
We did the first Netflix. We definitely did the season with Eve because I remember that thumbnail where Eve first showed up. We did an episode for that, and then we did the final season.
No, I don't think so, because I still hadn't seen like the last.
I know what it is. I did a review of the final season that you can find on this channel because I posted it on Comic Uverse back when this was Comic Uverse.
Yep. But anyway, so that guy knows what he's doing. So it'll be interesting to see. Like, there's no streaming service or that has picked it up.
It's probably going to be Amazon.
Probably, but nothing is confirmed right now. So we here try not to share false news.
But like, you know, all likelihood, since Kirkman has a good standing relationship with Amazon, it's probably going to be Amazon.
Probably, but we'll have to wait and see. I'm excited.
Yeah, same. I'm a big Transformers fan. I haven't been reading the comics like as heavily. I mean, I really like Daniel Warren Johnson's artwork, but I haven't been reading them. I've been mostly watching videos about them, so that's how I know the information. But I haven't like read the comics myself. But I've heard really good things.
Same. But that's it for the news.
Okay, cool. So next up is, of course, Screen Time. Screen Time is the segment of the podcast where the guys and I all talk about the various rabbit holes we have encountered over the past week or so. And that can range from anything from TV shows we don't have time to cover, movies we don't have time to cover, anime, manga, comics, video games, what have you. So I'll start. First things first, I checked out recently, Dispatch came out recently out of this recording of this podcast, which is, if you aren't familiar, the superhero game that was made by Ad Hoc Studios, which is essentially the studio made from the remnants of Telltale Games, in collaboration with Critical Role. And like it's a superhero game where you basically play a former superhero who is now a superhero dispatcher, who essentially like sends superheroes to do various tasks and such. And this particular dude's team are Z-listers, who are a bunch of former villains who are trying to like rebrand and like reform. And they're a interesting bunch, and we got some really good voices to it too. Like, for example, I did not know this until Brian told me recently. The strong guy of the team, Punch Up, who is this short, stocky motherfucker who like got the strength of 10 men, but in exchange for that, due to a curse, got shrunk down. So he's Wolverine-sized, but strong as fuck.
That sounds like Puck's origin.
Yeah, it is very much. He is very much a Puck. He's very analogous to Puck. He's very similar, but he doesn't have like. But he just looks like a stocky guy. He doesn't have like the trollish features. He just looks like a short, stocky guy. He literally just kind of looks like how Wolverine is built, but not quite as hairy. Definitely looks as greasy though, but not as hairy. He is voiced by Jacksepticeye, which I did not know until Brian told me. One voice that I recognized immediately as soon as I heard it is, the boy Penguin Zero, aka Moist Critical Charlie. He voices basically the Man-Bat stand-in, Sonar, who is a half man, half bat person that occasionally goes feral. But yeah, Charlie's in there. And then you have like Critical Role staples like Laura Bailey plays Elastigirl, or I said Elastigirl, Invisigal. Invisigal is her name because her power is she turned invisible, but she turned invisible by holding her breath. And the funny thing is she has asthma, so she has to be very sparing with her powers. And also something funny is when she was a villain, she called herself Invisibitch, which I think is actually way more fitting.
That is fitting.
There's her. There's Coupe, who is a like bird-themed assassin that has like a metal suit and like these like she has like basically Falcon suit, but her feathers are knives, so she can kill people.
Well, damn.
Yeah. And then there's Flambe, who is a dickhead with fire powers, voiced by Matt Mercer.
Yeah, that checks out.
It's pretty cool. The gameplay is fun. Like I said, it's the hero dispatch thing with the Telltale element of the different choices and stuff. So it's pretty fun. The cool thing about it is that it is a weekly release. So very much like how Telltale Games did previously, they released their stuff episodically. But how they're doing it is they're releasing one episode a week starting from release, and it'll be 8 episodes long. And you only have to pay for the game itself, and then you get all the episodes. They are not going to be selling the episodes separately. And I think at least as of the recording of this podcast, it was on sale, and I bought it for $25. But I think the full price is $28 or $30, which isn't bad considering it's 8 episodes. So like if you're a fan of Critical Role and Telltale type stuff, definitely check that out. I think it's pretty awesome. Speaking of Critical Role related stuff, Campaign 4, fucking episode 3, they just continue to knock that shit out of the park. Brendan Lee Mulligan is going crazy.
You said 3J.
I said 3. Yeah. I said Campaign 4, episode 3.
Oh, okay.
I said Campaign 4, episode 3.
Yeah.
This is episode 3 of Campaign 4.
Yeah.
But yeah, shit gets intense. Shit gets intense.
Multiple characters are like this close away from dying.
Ashley's character just came in and saved the day. If it wasn't for her, that entire group might have been on the floor. That combat went so bad.
And this was the first combat of the whole campaign.
And it went really bad. it went south real fast. Like
There's a lot of bad rolling.
right from the initiative, because like Robbie's character rolled like shit. But yeah, so that was intense. Tayor, our boy Tayor, the lion guy, he is in it. He is in it. Man. As Brian had mentioned previously, because Brian is like an episode ahead, we formed our first like subgroup, the soldiers, which are Thimble, Tayor, fucking Sam's character, Wick, and Tyranny. And I believe Cadigan is with them as well, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the 5 of them.
Yeah, so it's the 5 of them.
Oh my god. That goodbye scene from Luis.
Yeah.
Ooh,
man.
So good.
That was good. It's good stuff.
Yeah, that man, he's like a surprise sleeper.
Oh yeah.
Because he's also in Calamity. And his character, oh my god, in Calamity.
Nice. But yeah.
Calamity?
Xerxes.
Huh?
Xerxes, the paladin.
Oh, I remember that guy. Actually, love that guy.
Yep.
Nice. But yeah, anything else you want to add about episode 3 of campaign 4, Brian? I mean, I know you kind of already talked about it, but like, anything I missed that you want to...
Well, it's just like you said, it gets more intense. One of the things that I like is you don't really know this from watching Vox, because it was one of the things that kind of, sometimes some things have to be left in the back burner.
Yeah.
But one of the things that they had to like drop was like how good of friends Keyleth and Percy were, because they were both bonding over being forced to be leaders like by birthright. And so they became really good friends. And Marisha and Taliesin have always had interesting RP relationships, except for in campaign 3, where they touched on it a little, but not too much. Then in this one, Murray and Belair, I believe that's his name.
Yep.
It was really cool to see them like nerding out together.
Yeah, like
be like, hey,
doing research and stuff.
We have more in common than we thought.
I thought you were just a rich asshole.
But also, we are totally freaking screwed.
No, they're definitely screwed.
Yup. And also, Jay's mentioned it before, Brennan Lee Mulligan, master of cliffhangers.
Yeah, no, these cliffhangers are pretty intense. I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, the man has a real talent for it.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Because we hadn't really touched upon it too much in talking about it, but there are definitely horror elements to this campaign.
And also, like, man, let me tell you, the break cliffhangers that are in the session piss me off. Because he does that shit on purpose. Like, and I mean that in like a good way. I'm just like, really? We're gonna do that? We're gonna do the break here? Okay, I see how it is. But yeah, no, it was good stuff. Good stuff.
Yeah, I haven't watched episode 4 yet, but I hear some big things happen.
Nice. Yeah, I will check it out on Tuesday as per usual.
Yeah.
What other stuff? Oh, I finished up the audiobook for Percy Jackson and the Wrath of the Triple Goddess just in time for Halloween. Which funny because the book takes place on Halloween, so I guess I picked a good time to finish it. Well, the book's climax takes place on Halloween. As the title suggests, in this book of the Percy does quests for his college application trilogy. He does a quest for the Triple Goddess Hecate, which is essentially house sitting for Hecate, and shit goes awry. They have to. They end up wrecking the house. They have to fucking raise the dead in order to repair the house. That goes pretty wild. There's a big battle against some ghosts, and we also get a few good callbacks to the original series as well, and resolve some of those plot lines actually, which is pretty cool. It took me a while to finish it because like Percy is a high schooler in this series still, because like, even though it's been years in universe, time hasn't moved that much. So like, it was harder for me to read. It was harder for me to read / listen to this one because like I don't connect with Percy as much now that I'm an old fuck. So like, his high school problems don't resonate with me nearly as much as like his middle school problems resonated with me in middle school. Because like I grew up reading the Percy Jackson books like at the same age as Percy is, so it's weird having such a big gap between me and Percy now in terms of age and life experience, although like Percy has definitely had way more life experience than me in terms of crazy bullshit he's had to deal with. But yeah, it's weird, but I still like it. No, I'm excited to see where the last book goes. I don't even know if it's out yet. I gotta look that up, but I'm curious to see where that goes. In other stuff, I am keeping up with Cinderella Grey, the Oguri Cap Umusume spinoff, and the Japan Cup is coming up, and I'm excited to see all these crazy foreign horses. Like, this race is about to be intense as fuck. I haven't watched the episode yet. I know it's out as of recording this episode. I'm gonna watch it after we get off of this recording, and man, I'm excited. Continuing to keep up with Fragrant Flowers and a bunch of other stuff, the usual stuff that I've already talked about that I won't like go into big detail on, since I'm not just gonna give you a recap episode by episode. Pokemon Horizons Mega Voltage has come back. I caught up recently to the arc, and they actually did something that surprised me. They actually made me care about this stupid Lucario.
Oh, the special that connects to ZA. It's similar to what Journeys did with Legends.
With Legends Arceus. So it came back. It came back it came back recently. I had missed the first episode, but the second part came out of this 3-episode arc. This 3-episode Lumiose arc set during the in between time, before in the blank year before the time skip, after the events of what happened and what we just saw in English, but before they return. And we find out something interesting about Roy, which I think is really cool. I'll go ahead and say it. I mean, I know it's kind of a spoiler, but I mean, we saw that he has Lucario, so it's not really a spoiler. We find out that our boy Roy is an aura wielder.
Oh, that does make a lot of sense.
So it actually checks out. His having a Lucario isn't random. He actually can wield aura. And if you remember back to his battle with Rhyme, you actually do see that, brief glimpse of that during that battle with Rhyme. So it is something that's been hinted at for a while. Because the whole thing that during the battle with the Lucario, Roy's aura flares up when battling alongside Crocolore, and he sees a red aura. But then all of a sudden, his aura also becomes like a golden yellow kind of aura, very similar to our pea-colored friend here, and he's able to read Lucario's movements, and so Lucario's impressed. And Roy did something that I've never seen happen before. Roy, because his aura resonated so much with Lucario, he was able to Mega Evolve Lucario during his battle against Lucario. So
interesting. He
Mega Evolved a Pokemon he didn't own because his aura resonated so much with Lucario that his Keystone had a reaction to it. And so Lucario Mega Evolved into Mega Lucario. And so obviously Crocolore responded in kind by terastallizing, and they had awesome battle. Pretty cool stuff. But yeah,
all I'm hearing is just proving that Kilowattrel is just getting hoed.
No, Kilowattrel is getting hoed, but they at least showed more personality of this Lucario, who apparently has the nickname of the Yellow Blast, which does not beat the P allegations.
Yeah, it does not. It does not beat those allegations.
But yeah, he has a lot more personality here, which makes me think, what the fuck happened to you in a year, Lucario? You were so much more active and vibrant in this arc. Why are you so boring?
Maybe he's just like an old man martial artist. He got too comfortable.
Maybe, who knows? But it was cool regardless. Emma, it turned out Emma is like a mom figure to Alt or Uruto, or apparently it's confirmed that his English name is going to be Alt, so I'll just call him Alt.
I still think that name is dumb.
It is dumb, but it makes sense because Uruto, I get it. Like L's and R's, but yeah. Turned out Emma is like a mom figure to Uruto, because very much like Emma, Uruto was raised on the streets of Paris. I'm sorry, Lumiose. And so Emma took him in and raised him. She is also, people will not be disappointed, she is game accurate design wise. If you know, you know. So they did not skimp out there. They knew what they were doing.
But she doesn't. I know her design's more like a bridge between her XY design to her ZA design.
Yeah, because so from what I understand, from interviews that I've looked into, this takes place in between, like after XY, but before ZA.
Yeah,
it's within the 5-year period. I believe it is a year before ZA.
Okay, so she has time. And with some Pokemon characters, they don't have like confirmed ages when they initially appear. Because I'm kind of thinking of your.
Because I want to say Emma was the same age as the player characters. At least that's what it seemed like.
She might be a bit younger, just from my assertion of the character.
Okay, because I know we were teenage. I know the player characters were confirmed teenagers.
The Kalos player characters are the oldest in terms of player ages.
Yeah,
at 16.
They were 16. Yeah, because the Unovan the Unovan characters were 15. Yeah, the Kalos characters were 16. So. Yeah, her being slightly younger makes sense. They portrayed her in the game, like in the X and Y games, as a little younger than us, so that makes sense.
I would say no more than maybe 2 years younger, maybe 3 at the most.
Yeah, because with the 5-year time skip confirmed from ZA, she looks to be at like 19, 20, like around there.
The youngest for her is at least 18.
Yeah, so don't worry, artist. It's cool. Do your thing, and thank you. Also, I wanna brief. Speaking of Pokemon related stuff, the last thing I want to address is something I discovered that I didn't think was actually real until I saw it for myself. So I saw a bunch of memes about Gardevoir on Twitter, and I was like, okay, this is just another Gardevoir shitpost. I then found out this is a real thing, created by the Pokemon Company YouTube channel, and I watched it. My childhood friend Gardevoir. This was an official thing made by the Pokemon Company. It's a little slice of life romance thing about a dude who has a childhood friend Gardevoir, and he ends up marrying her. Wild, but you do you, King. Good for you, I guess.
Yeah. This is the same company that did the Typhlosion.
Yeah. Well, technically that wasn't official, but
I'm setting the record straight here, just so Brian doesn't twist anything. Yes, the allegations against Typhlosion are out there, but to give it its context, because for certain Pokemon, context is deserved. Am I right, Jay?
No, that's fair. That's fair.
Pokemon species and humans do commingle, let's just say.
Yeah.
We'll say it like that.
Yeah, we'll say it like that.
And it's because humans in the Pokemon universe are closer related to Pokemon than the humans of that world implies.
In the Pokemon universe, it is canonical that humans are a type of Pokemon.
Yes.
And also, if you look at it from a historical context, a lot of the stuff that Typhlosion was doing is more so directly connected to like ancient fairy tales of the Fey Lords kidnapping people and doing things.
It makes sense. I was just saying that the precedence is there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. We're not disagreeing with you, but the context.
Look, I love Typhlosion. I'm not gonna let people throw dirt in Typhlosion's name. I love that guy.
Yeah, and Typhlosion is really cool.
All I'm saying is they're taking when it came to that particular Typhlosion story, they took inspiration from a Fox Spirit story in Japan. Because Typhlosion is a fire starter from a Japanese region.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure I've heard that story before.
But yeah, it's one of those. But yeah, no, I couldn't believe that was real. I saw pictures in memes of like a dude proposing to a Gardevoir, and a Gardevoir just wearing like a regular person T-shirt and stuff. And I was like, oh, this is just a shitpost. This is just Gardevoir fan art. People do this stuff all the time. And I was like, oh wait. this is a real thing made by the Pokemon Company. It was a little animated short based off of a webtoon made by Pokemon. So yeah, I guess it's not weird to like Gardevoir in that way, people. So y'all are cool, I guess. Which, I mean, I never really judged Gardevoir people to begin with, because Gardevoir is basically just an elf lady.
Yeah.
So like that's nowhere near the weirdest one. So, but yeah, I just wanted to put that out there because I was like, I did not know this was actually real, but it was real. You can look it up. My childhood friend Gardevoir. The childhood friend actually won.
Yeah, crazy as that is.
But I guess he didn't have blue hair, so that made sure he didn't that made sure he didn't lose. If you're a childhood friend and have blue hair, you automatically lose. That's just law of the universe.
Yeah.
I've never seen a blue-haired childhood friend actually win a romance battle.
That's true. You're right about that.
If you know of one, tell me in the comments.
Because we need to know these things.
But yeah, that's pretty much it for me. Miguel's album did come out, and I listened to it. It's different, you know, for people who like Miguel for his R&B from, you know, when he first came out, like stuff like Sure Thing, All I Want Is You. This might not be your thing, because this is definitely more like, it has an alternative rock feel to it. Like, There's a lot more like electric guitar in. Like, it feels kind of like alt rock. Like almost pop punk in certain areas. Like, there's like a lot of like Blink 182 sounding tracks in here. There's also a lot of Spanish music, because, you know, Miguel is I think he's half Brazil. He's like half Brazilian and half some form of Hispanic. I know he also speaks Portuguese, but there's Latin music in here as well. So it's very eclectic. It's not what you would expect from Miguel if you just like Miguel from when Miguel first came out, but this is his first album in like 8 years. So, you know, I thought it was cool. You know, if you're into that kind of vibe, definitely give it a listen. But yeah, now for sure that's it for me. Brian, what about you?
All right, so not that much for me, honestly. I watched the after show for Critical Role, but I won't go into that because we already talked much about it. But also, Dropout, the new season of Make Some Noise came out, which is their impressions competition show. Mm-hmm. And some of the notable prompts from this week were a flair bartender makes you, just a club soda. And, like, trying to do all the flair stuff, but it's just for a club soda. Stantler and Wardorf are one box over from Abe Lincoln.
Oh no. Shit! What are their commentary for that?
Like, first they start off just like normal, making fun of John Wilkes Booth, and then it slowly delves into them being traumatized.
I mean, understandable. Man got shot in the head.
Yeah. And then one of the ones that had all three of them involved was the meeting of Nosferatu, Count Chocula, and Edward from Twilight.
Oh shit.
Oh God.
Technically, Nosferatu does have a name. His name is Count Orlok.
Yeah.
Yeah. Count Orlok.
Well, that's what the prompt said.
Oh, I know. I just wanted to tell the people.
Yeah, you had to get your actually moment, which is a different show on Dropout.
Those podcasts is like 85 to 90% actually.
No, that's fair.
I mean, yeah.
That's 100% fair.
That's fair. But also I watched a couple videos about like Wednesday season 2 and just like people's reaction, and also the like underlying, like, clearly there more than friendship between Wednesday and Eden.
I don't really see that.
Well, I didn't until I started like watching this one video, and like, dude, at one point Eden, when she's talking about like her fear of transforming and everything, she specifically looks at Wednesday and said that people are told to think about their pact. You are my pact, Wednesday. That is not just something that you normally say to your homie. That has some undertones. And also, when spoiler alert, at the end, when Enid does do the final transform and she runs away, the like emotion and vitriol in when she tells Astrid, I believe that's her name, to like track her now, and like the vitriol in it. It's like, it just seems like her argument was not that it is blatant, but her argument is that if this was like if Enid was a guy, there would be a lot more like online shippers than deniers.
No, that's fair.
And how it's still there, even though the creators have denied that there's anything going on with the two of them. And then from perceived romances to actual romance. Last thing is last week I talked about Tusk Love. Well, when I was done with that audiobook, audiobook recommended a different book that caught my attention. It's called Roll for Romance.
Okay.
It's about this woman who's at a crossroads in her life. So she moves to live with her best friend and try to figure out her life. And the best friend invites her to a D&D game that he is GMing.
Okay.
And one of the players there is a cute guy. And so it's like a romance book, but about D&D players. And they do a bit of that like dual plot thing that sometimes books do, but in this one, the secondary plot is like explaining the adventure in their D&D game. And so sometimes will be perspectives from the characters. And unlike other romance books, this is a one protagonist story.
Huh.
But
okay.
It's also because part of the book is the romance, and there is at least one spicy scene. But also part of the book is like self-discovery and like facing against like what society expects from you from like what you actually want to do. And our main character definitely suffers from like some type of mental spiciness, like maybe a bit of depression, bit of anxiety. And so it deals with that too, but the romance itself is very cute. And yeah, she's a very much a like me character.
Nice.
Which was kind of weird listening to it because at least the romantic lead, at least his D&D character is very much kind of a J character.
You trying to say something, Brian?
No.
I mean, I'm flattered.
I said it was very
I mean,
weird.
I'm flattered, but we've had this conversation before. The world will not be ready for that.
Not.
No, well,
I am not gonna.
I'm not saying we've had the conversation of like you being into me kind of conversation. I'm saying we've had this conversation before. The world is not ready for bisexual me. That's why it doesn't exist.
Okay. Because I just wanted to set the record straight because we are recording.
Oh, I understand. That's why I leaned into this joke. Why do you think I leaned into this joke?
Yeah, dude.
I'm not. Do you think I'm gonna? Do you think I'm gonna tell Tony to cut this out? No, he's keeping this in.
Nah. But anyway, it was a really cool, cute, another short like romance, but really cool if you're into D&D. But also if you're not into D&D, she herself, the main character, is new to D&D, so it's very like new player friendly. Like they don't go into like extreme details and stuff to where if you don't play D&D you'll be completely lost. Also, it highlights the like eclecticness of a D&D party. Like one of the like players who isn't part of the romance, she is a legit mom with 2 kids at home, so pretty cool. It definitely cute D&D romance thing. Cool. But that's it for me.
All right, Tony, what about you? How goes your journeys in Lumios?
Full of like absurd nonsense, side quests, and I'm at the end game.
Nice. So like you don't have to grind all the way to A rank, right? There's points in the story where they skip you, right? So it's not like super grindy. Okay, good.
So all you have to do is just get to a certain point where you have to battle the character Vinny. And Vinny gives you permission to just jump straight to F.
Nice.
So there's that. But overall, I love Legends ZA. I think the Legends series as a sub-series of the mainline games is just perfection, getting to explore different facets of each of the known regions. I am really looking forward to a lot of things happening in Pokemon's future.
Wind and Waves looks very, very promising. We don't really talk about leaks here, but just know I've looked at them and where we're going, very, very, very interested.
As am I. Some aspects of that particular leak have been documentation since 2021. So some things are subject to change. But overall,
one thing I will say I don't agree with is that the change to the Pikachu design kind of like I don't like that boy having such a round head. It feels off.
Yeah. But all I'm saying is that not only I like the story behind that particular leak, if it's true, because from internal documents, it seems like it's to be the case, but I'm not going to get into that. We'll talk about more.
Although I'm not going to lie, like again, not going to spoil it because it's a leak, but I'm not going to lie. I was kind of holding out hope for the other the other speculated one where it was going to be Mediterranean, but you know.
But I actually like the idea of the location that they picked because it's very
same
for what they sent before.
And it's and it's also a good blend of like stuff they've done in the past, but also like something we've never done before in terms of location.
Yeah. And just for ZA, just to get it gets the Challenge Chaser seal of approval, at least on my end. It deserves the official on the Pokemon games. That much I can say. And plus, I haven't gotten to that point, but I know of it. The story can get really sad.
You'll hear from me in a couple weeks. I will be ordering it this next weekend, so I'll get it within like 2 weeks or so. So we'll get my. If I disappear, you know where I went. I went to Lumios.
Yeah, and I hope you enjoy your time at Lumios like I did.
I'm very excited, especially because shiny hunting has become so much more streamlined here.
Yeah, I haven't found like I haven't found a shiny for myself that hasn't been like quest related. So I'm really looking forward to that. But overall, I love the selection for Megas because I've said this when I initially talked about in my playthrough of ZA. I don't really care what people find so negative. Like we talked about before, when it comes to Pokemon, I know it sounds like condescending to a lot of people, but Pokemon as a series has focused more on its environment, its music, its characterization, or its human community.
And also, like I just want to say, like, I haven't played it, but I've been watching a lot of streams, and the character models are so fucking pretty.
I mean, it's on point because it's Lumios, it's Kalos.
Yeah.
The characters
and also the amount of character customization. Oh my goodness. We need this in every Pokemon game.
And all clothes are basically unisex, so you can wear anything you want. You can wear skirts as a dude. Who cares?
Nice.
Yeah, you just have to treat it like a kilt. It's awesome. I haven't done it myself, but it doesn't fit my fashion vibe.
I just want Corbo's fit. I'm not gonna lie to you. I want Corbo. Corbo has the best fit in the game by far.
You don't get his fits specifically, but you do get a fancy fit.
Nice.
Sorry. I just decided to keep wearing that shit because I love that shit.
Also, they cooked with a lot of characters. I know I joked about Emma and her assets, but like Emma, Canary is like it's like the upgrade to Iono.
If you say okay, I like both Iono and Canary or Canary.
Yeah, Canary. Yeah.
Both characters. Pokemon has been doing something very interesting for the past, and technically CA counts as a Gen 9 game, so it's within the same generation, but two different games as a whole. They've had electric-type trainers be streamers. Even though
and also, if you go back as far as Gen 8, Rihan was also an online influence.
Yeah, but he's a Dragon-type specialist.
Yeah.
So the influencer aspect of it started with Raihan, but the electric-type connection
was Iono.
I don't know. Yeah, and with her characterization, Canary is more, or Canary, she's focused more on the gaming aspect of streamers.
Whereas Iono is more of like the showmanship, like actual like stream presence kind of aspect. Yeah, I understand that. Canary's gamer rage is hilarious. I saw that on a stream I was watching, the scene where she just starts cursing at everybody.
And just so everyone knows ahead of time, abilities do not show up in any Legends game. So we don't see what makes Electros so dangerous as a Pokemon without its levitate ability.
Mm-hmm.
But but from what we know from leaks, which are proven true for at least these Pokemon because they were data mined, we know each of the Mega's abilities and their type combinations beforehand.
Mm-hmm.
Which Electros is still pure electric. I think it still gets levitate as its ability, but I'm not 100% sure on that. When you use it like in Champions, for example, when it's supposed to come out.
Yep.
And the cool thing, because I watched a lot of YouTube videos, like YouTube shorts specifically on the Megas, they talked about the changes in distributions for each of the Megas.
Oh yeah.
Like,
I've seen a bunch of those.
Mega Scolipede, for example, swapped out its speed for more of a tanky fighter.
Which makes sense because it's more of like it looks more like. I really like Mega Scolipede. It looks like a Roman Centurion horse.
No, it's basically an armored horse.
Yeah.
A horse.
Yeah. It's a Roman Centurion horse bug thing.
Well, I would say it's Roman. It's more, since this is Kalos, this is French, this is more.
But if you look at the plumes look very similar to Roman helmets. That's why I specifically mentioned Roman. And also
armor has too.
And also Phalanx is here too. So like.
Well, Phalanx is here because it's a Galarmon, and at least some Galarmon came to Kalos because
not that far. It's just a channel away.
Which it also, I think I mentioned this last week, but I'm going to mention it again. Kalos is a next door neighbor to Paldea. That has been confirmed.
Oh, I also watched a two-hour video of Lorekeeper Toby, formerly Birdkeeper Toby, and one other PokeTuber just do a whole. They did like a 2-hour video of just them walking through the Lumiose Museum.
Basically, yeah, where they talked about interesting Lorempians, especially in the Hisui exhibit, which we are spoiling Legend ZA for you. We've been doing that. I thought I should mention that caveat. We are spoiling this game for you. I apologize.
Yeah, a little bit.
But with the Hisui exhibit is actually one of my favorite things about the museum because it's fascinating.
I'm excited. I really like the Lumiose Museum in the DS game. So it's gonna be really cool to see those same exhibits, and then also as a fucking lore fan, just going through all that shit.
I'm telling you, it hits different in this game, Jay. It hits different because it's more three-dimensional. You actually get to look at things around. And also, when you go to the Hisui exhibit, not only did you get to see like the old costumes for the player characters in Legends Arceus, you also get to see his outfit.
Yeah, I know. Everybody was going crazy that his outfit was there as well.
Also, the implication that he
might still be alive. Yeah,
potentially immortal, like
Kogita,
and another character who's now functionally immortal.
Yep. But yeah, like I'm super excited. I can't wait. I'm chomping at the bit for this game. I know, like, by now I've already consumed so much content that I already know a lot of the story stuff, but I don't care. I'm going to play it soon. I'm still going to enjoy it.
And I will say that the Legends games have by far my favorite stories in a Pokemon game.
I mean, Pokemon has set their bar high. Pokemon has set their bar high in terms of stories as of late. Like, I would say within the last 5 years.
I would say when it comes to like, the way I would just kind of equate it, like in my own personal they writing good stories that at least have a good plot line for the for all mainline games. They started with Gen 5, they dipped a bit in Gen 6, then they shot back up with 7, kind of plat 8, shot up at 9 Legends, and they're right about the same pace as the previous 2 games.
Because I wouldn't say 8 is a plateau. I think 8 is a dip, because like the story in Sword and Shield was really bad, like very bare bones.
I say plateau at that point.
No, you know what? I can accept that.
So when I mean by plateau is that it was shooting up pretty high because we had we had the same game but double, but aspects of it were changed with all of the Alola games. And the changed aspects of the Alola games were basically comparable with a few minor tweaks here and there.
They were pretty solid, yeah. The Ultra games were okay.
They were back to Gen 5 standards, if not higher. when it came to the Gen 5 standards. But then when Gen 8 happened, it plateaued because I'm including DLC stories.
Oh yeah,
as well. Gen 8's perspective a little bit, so it made it plateau. And then it bounced right back up when we got, because I'm not including what Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl did, because it's just the most faithful remake to ever faithfully remake.
Yeah, honestly, I'm still kind of upset with BDSP because like that was just the same game again.
Yeah, that's all. And according to, like I said, we're not taking these leaks as gospel completely, but it's more of a means of communication. When they get to the Gen 5 remakes, they're going to make them actual remakes and not be like BDSP, from what the internal leak said. And one of the things that I want to say, specifically for the Legends games, I just love that they are willing to take risks for Legends games as canon games that are basically asides for each of these regions.
Yeah, because the Legend games are all the Legend games so far. Both of them have been very innovative, which is like the biggest complaint that Pokemon fans have had with Pokemon, and myself included, is that like they haven't tried anything different. And I really like the swings that they're taking with these games, and I hope that carries over to other mainline stuff.
Well, for what Legends did, they actually took a lot of things from Legends and put it into Scarlet and Violet.
Oh yeah.
Did they do it as well as they did with Legend?
No.
But they did. They took the elements that worked and they tried to implement it in the.
Oh yeah, and I think that's why Scarlet and Violet's story structure was a lot better. And I think like the exploration side was definitely improved.
Oh, absolutely. And from what they're going to do with Winds and Waves, it's just basically Scarlet and Violet in the Legends games supercharged.
Yep, with a whole brand new engine and everything.
Yeah, and it's going to be procedurally generated.
Possibly.
That's ambitious.
Yeah, that's super ambitious.
And we're going to keep our usual starter stuff, our gym challenges, get totem Pokemon stuff with Wind and Waves, but also the fact that I made this connection and I thought about it for a long time after watching those videos, because I was really digging deep into the leaks, because there's going to be, if I'm going to talk about them anyway, because I watched those talking about those, because this leaker just basically took their roadmap for the Pokemon Company and just dropped it in our laps.
Yeah, I've seen it.
And I'm going to talk about really quick what I like is that Wind and Waves are taking a lot of inspiration from not only Gen 9, but also Gen 7 with how their story is structured. Because the seed Pokemon reminds me a lot of Cosmog.
Yep.
And I'm not shocked by that. So we're going to keep our starter. That's the go-to thing. That's not going to change with Pokemon. Hell no. Well, the thing I find the most interesting is that they're going to do a repeat of the Cosmog thing. And also have Co-Rhydon or Rhydon element in there.
Which makes sense because, again, we're not I know we've already talked about a lot of the leak stuff, but like I won't say like the specific. But if you know where it's speculated to be set at, the fact that it's similar to Alola in a way makes a lot of sense because there's a lot of cultural overlap there as well.
Oh yeah, and given that environment specifically is rich with a lot of unique cultural stuff that is not connected to like Polynesian and more Asian focus, I like that they want to go with that angle. But that's not the thing that caught my interest. The one that piqued my interest is the third Legends game. Because you want to know why it piqued my interest?
It's supposedly set in Galar, yeah?
Not just that. It proved a theory that I had, because I was talking to the girlfriend about this. I was speculating that the Legends games focused on the primary gimmick of that specific region. And that they leaked Legends Galar, and the whole premise of that story just proved my point.
Okay.
That with Legends Galar, it's set 1,000 years before Sword and Shield, supposedly. And you're tasked with making the first Dynamax / Gigantamax ball.
Oh, okay, cool. So it's not necessary. So it isn't what people were thinking, where we were going to actually play through the Darkest Day.
No, you're basically, because here's what I'm not going to say that this is the story for Legends Galar, but it's me kind of speculating how it might go down this way. Since 1,000 years before Sword and Shield, like set in that past. And when did Sword and Shield come out, Jay?
What was that, like 2016?
2016, 2017?
Yeah, somewhere around there, 2016, 2017. Because I know that was around the time I had finished college, and that was around Google.
But saying it 1,000 years before Sword and Shield, and if Pokemon's fall in the same time period, which I'm assuming that it does when it comes to their release dates, they're going to be setting it in 1016 or 1017.
It was 2019 Sword and Shield came out. We were slightly off.
It's still in the teens. So it'd be 1019. So this would be in like the medieval era still, but I would assume that'd be after the Darkest Day. Or
if it's 1,000 years before Sword and Shield, the Darkest Day was 3,000 years ago. So it's 2,000 years after the Darkest Day.
Yeah, but 1,000 years before Sword and Shield. Damn, a lot of crazy things went down 3,000 years ago in the Pokemon world.
Yeah,
like
because I was gonna say because it was confirmed the Darkest Day happened around the same time as AZ's Ultimate Weapon.
Yeah.
Which also means that probably the war that AZ participated in was against Paldea and not against Galar.
Yeah, because the Paldean kings are just crazy, like that one Paldean king. Ooh.
With the Treasures of Ruin, yeah.
What a dumb motherfucker.
But yeah, anything else?
Other than me getting mixed up, I did watch I'm 6 episodes into Task, and damn it, Brian. Why? You suggested that show, we said, okay, we'll give it a look. I didn't expect it to be that fucking intense. I mean, granted, it's a crime show. I expected it to be relatively intense, but not as intense as it presented to me.
Yeah.
I will say, but before Tony finishes, I do have one last thing. I did check out the first episode of Welcome to Derry. I really liked it. I think it's good.
Oh, I'll check that out too. But folks, we're gonna be in for a heavy episode when we actually get to Task. Oh God.
Oh man. I mean, I've heard nothing but good things about it, and just how you're describing it has me excited to check it out. For sure.
Yeah, but for the folks at home, Task is basically about an FBI agent, Tom Brandis, played by Mark Ruffalo, being a part of an FBI task force, and stopping a bunch of thieves hitting drug houses connected to a motorcycle gang. And the twists and turns connected to separate plot lines and characters. Holy shit. Good God.
Well, I've never seen it, but I've heard. I think he's the main antagonist. If he looks familiar to you, Tony, he was the lawyer friend in, what was it called? Love and Death? The Elizabeth Olsen
one.
Yeah.
The lawyer friend.
Oh.
Right.
A lot of sense now. But I really like the show. I enjoy it, but my God, does it give me just stress, anxiety, to the point where I have to stop watching it. Where I just
it's that intense. Oh man.
It involves a lot of like topics that can be close to the chest with people. Like there's a plot line where it concerns like the thieves in their goals and aspirations pretty much have to do something that adds to their crimes.
Interesting.
And the less I talk about that, because I don't want to spoil it, the better.
I appreciate the vagaries.
Okay, cool. All right, so I guess that's it. So now we can jump to Trailer Talk. Trailer Talk is, of course, a segment of the podcast where we go over 6 brand new trailers, at least as of the recording of this podcast, that our boy Brian has collected for us. And you can find those linked down below in the description. So at this point, this is where you pause this lovely video, check out that playlist, and then watch those trailers. And then once you unpause this video, thanks to the magic of editing, we will have returned, freshly reacted to all the trailers, and give you guys our rapid fire thoughts on said trailers. So don't forget to do all the usual YouTube things. subscribe if you haven't already. Hit the notification bell. Hype the video up if you're watching it.
Like,
All the usual stuff. But until then, we will be back shortly. But please enjoy this word from our non-existent sponsors. And we're back. Okay, this is a weird mix of trailers.
mm-hmm.
Nothing that really stood out as I gotta see this. Personally, at least for me. I mean, aside from the Vince Staples show, that's one I'm definitely gonna check out. But the other ones, they looked all right, but nothing stood out to me I definitely want to watch that.
There are two that lean towards the most beyond the Vince Staples.
So I guess we start with reminders of him.
The Colleen Hoover, the new Colleen Hoover.
I don't like Colleen Hoover to begin with as an author.
Yeah.
But also, and I could tell it was a Colleen Hoover book without you even telling me that it was a Colleen Hoover book, just because of how fucking messy that is.
Yep.
So if you guys aren't familiar, Colleen Hoover also wrote the one book that the movie is based off of, where all the Blake Lively drama came from.
Yeah. Where the book kind of romanticizes DV.
Yeah, more than kind of. It romanticizes DV. But
That's not problematic.
Oh, I haven't read it, so.
Oh, I haven't read it either, but I have friends that have, because a lot of my friends like reading trash.
Which, it's clear that it's based on some trash, goes, holy crap, it is messy.
The amount of mess, because at first it seemed very cute, and then I was like, when's this shoe gonna drop? I'm like, something's gonna happen.
Because, well, also, on top of that, they were playing the 13 Reasons Why song.
Yeah.
I didn't even catch that. I mean, I remember you said it, but I didn't catch it until you had said it. But yeah, I was like, some bad's gonna happen. And then, bam, death. And then, bam, turns out she was drunk, so she gets blamed for his death.
7 years in prison.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, not that driving drunk shouldn't be punished, but I feel like that's really intense. Yes, somebody died, but 7 years is a long time.
And come to find out, the love interest for the book is a friend of the dead guy.
Not just a friend, best friend. They're levels.
Yeah, but the best friend of the dead guy who is raising the kid of the main chicken dead guy.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So that confused me. So so the daughter is her daughter as well, right?
Yeah.
So that is her kid with the dead guy.
Yeah.
Okay. That's what I thought.
The whole entire thing was she went to that location to see her daughter, not realizing that he lived there, and he thought, "Oh, this girl just went a little crazy and tracked me down." But
yeah, okay, see, I had missed that. Okay, so that is her daughter. Oh, that's even more messy.
Yeah.
so,
Yeah, no, fuck this. I'm not watching that.
and then you got Bradley Whitford, who's the dead guy's dad.
Yep. Who, rightfully so, is still mourning the loss of his son and blames the girl for it.
Yeah. Yep.
And punches a motherfucker.
Yeah. He's like, take these hands.
Yeah.
Which, funnily enough, not the only time that Bradley Whitford was in this group of trailers.
Yeah, because he's also in the Death by Lightning.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that looks interesting. It gives me the same vibe as is this another Netflix show made by the Peaky Blinders guy? Because the aesthetic gives me the same kind of vibe as the Peaky Blinders.
I don't think so. I will Google.
Because you remember the other show we watched by Peaky Blinders guy, right? The Hulu one, the Thousand Blows.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then we did the trailer for House of Guinness.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no,
It has that same kind of vibe.
this is the guy that did the movie Bad Education. That Hugh Jackman, Allison Jennings.
Gotcha.
Uh,
So this is a Netflix movie, right? Or is it a show?
it's a show.
Okay.
It's a 4-part show.
Oh yeah, it's a 4-part limited series. They did say that in the thing.
Yeah. But it is based upon a book called Destiny of the Republic by Candace Millard.
Interesting. Now, I don't know too much about James Garfield, so this I have no real commentary here.
Oh. I clicked on it. The full title of the book: Destiny of the Republic: A Tale of Madness, Medicine, and the Murder of a President.
Oh, nice. That is a catchy
Yes.
Apparently, Tony knows.
Yes. Yes, I do.
title. All right.
Yes, I do.
Go for it, Tony. You have the floor.
Okay. So, Garfield, I can't remember exactly what president he is in the list of presidents, he's the president during the 1800s.
He's like
late
after
1800s.
he's like after Fillmore.
He's definitely within the presidents that are in like close, like in the very late 1800s.
It's like it's around Andrew Jackson time. Yeah, so like
No, Andrew Jackson was our 7th president.
Oh really? Okay, never mind. For some reason I thought he was closer to Andrew Jackson.
Andrew Jackson's our 7th, but anyway, Garfield was one of those Republicans in, when I say Republicans during Lincoln's era.
Mm-hmm.
So they were for the abolishment of slavery and abolition.
Mm-hmm.
So we're talking about those kinds of Republicans. And he ran his campaign like you normally do. And then you get Charles Guiteau, his assassin. This man is a nutter because this man wholeheartedly believed that Garfield spoke to him and gave him a position within Garfield's cabinet concerning connections to France. I can't remember the specifics, but Guiteau thought he was going to like speak with French dignitaries or something akin to that. Mm-hmm. And when Guiteau didn't get the job that he thought he got, he tracked Garfield's patterns, because presidents actually keep records of where they're going. Mm-hmm. I think that was implemented because of Garfield or something akin to that. I don't remember when that practice began, because a lot of practices that we know today began during like these types of presidencies, like Garfield, Lincoln's, because the Secret Service until
after Lincoln's assassination, yeah.
But with Guiteau, he tracked Garfield down. Garfield was in a train station, I believe. So don't quote me on where Garfield was shot, but Guiteau shot him in public.
Broad daylight.
Mm-hmm. And also Guiteau was a little fun fact. Well, I wouldn't say it's a fun fact, but it's a fact about Guiteau. He was a part of a nudist society that kicked him out.
Huh.
Yeah, that's one thing you could add to Guiteau's name. But that's not the messed up part of what happened to Garfield. With Garfield, he could have survived his assassination attempt. You want to know why he could have survived?
Why?
If his doctors weren't morons.
Oh, dang.
So basically, where Guiteau shot him, I think this was the president, one of the assassinated presidents, because where Garfield was shot, doctors at the time didn't believe in cleanly practices like they do today.
Yeah.
So their actions of just rooting around where the gun wound was,
right,
trying to look for the bullet,
got that shit infected until he died.
Of sepsis.
Ooh.
And it was even to the point where Alexander Graham Bell invented a rudimentary metal detector to look for the bullet, which it was on the left side of his body, but his doctor was saying no, it was on the right side of his body. We know better because we're doctors.
Man.
So it's because of these morons that didn't believe in germ theory that we got doctors in the U.S. believing in germ theory. Well, to be fair, most doctors during that time period didn't really believe in germ theory.
But thanks to the loss of the president, it became more widely accepted. Okay.
Yeah. It's a fascinating thing. Even though this is like a facet of history I'm not interested in, I just know these things, albeit in very vague terms, because most of this information is just from memory. Mm-hmm. But it's really ridiculous learning the motivations of some political assassins. And Guiteau is the most ridiculous out of all of them. He was just one crazy man that thought he was given a position, and he killed a guy because he felt slighted in his own mind.
Dang, that's pretty intense.
And it's even to the point where Guiteau sued Garfield's doctors, because he purports that he wasn't the one that killed Garfield. They did.
I mean, he's not technically wrong.
Technically, he's right, but you were the guy that shot him.
Yeah.
So,
like, the doctors would not need to have operated on him if he wasn't shot.
Exactly. And you were so crazy that a nudist colony kicked you out. How the fuck do you mess something up like that? Like, riddle me that, Batman.
Exactly.
Well, also a bit crazy is the trailer that we skipped over, which is the second trailer, Ella McKay.
Yeah.
That was the last one.
No,
That's the last one.
No, that was the second one.
No.
I said I should have put it as the last.
Yeah, the last one was the Vince Staples show. The last one
Oh,
was,
yeah, that's right.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so Ella McKay is just, like, a chick gets into government, or like she becomes a governor.
Yeah, because she was the lieutenant governor.
Yep, and the governor resigns, and so now she's kind of forced into office.
And then on top of that, you have like family drama and all that crazy shit.
Yep, because her mom dies, and she has to deal with all that.
And her dad, a disgusting pig man.
Yep, played by Woody Harrelson.
Played by Woody Harrelson.
Like it looks it looks fun, but like I don't know, it didn't really move me.
Well, the thing is I googled it because it said Fate by the famous director, and then said James L. Brooks. And I was like, who is that? He created the Mary Tyler Moore Show
Oh shit!
What the hell?
and Taxi.
Oh shit!
Yeah, this guy is very famous. He has worked on a lot of things.
Good for that guy.
But yeah, he co-wrote and produced the Simpsons movie.
Oh nice.
Oh, nice.
He directed As Good as It Gets.
Actually, his name is in the Simpsons credits a lot. Now that I think about it, yeah, I think he was a regular writer on the Simpsons for a while.
Yeah, I think so.
So I
yeah.
recognize that name now that you mentioned it, James L. Brooks.
He also did that movie Spanglish.
The Robin Williams one, nice.
The Adam Sandler one.
Oh, I thought it was for some reason I thought it was Robin Williams, but yeah.
But anyway, so there's a reason why this film has Albert Brooks in it, who doesn't really do acting now.
Mm-hmm.
And it stars Emma McKay, who got her start in Sex Education.
Yeah. She was she wasn't the what was she Maeve? Is that Maeve?
Yep,
Yeah, that's what I thought.
she was Maeve. She also got put in the Barbie movie because everybody said that she looks like.
She does look like a Barbie doll. She does look like a Barbie doll.
But she also looks like Margot Robbie.
Yeah, she does look like a young Margot Robbie. Sex Education was a really good show, but God, was that like one of the most annoying will they won't they's of all time.
Right?
But had the Doctor in it.
And yeah, Eric was great. Loved Eric.
Yep. But anyway, back to this one. You also got Jamie Lee Curtis in it.
Yeah, pretty stacked cast.
It looks good.
Yeah.
Just like not up our alley. Also, what the you have Kumail Nanjiani in the movie, and you never show him in the trailer?
He was in one shot. He was like a taxi driver.
Yeah, just in one bit of the trailer.
Yeah, but
Miss
this whole week was just craziness.
Yep.
Different brand of crazy. Malice.
Yeah, you want to talk crazy. So Malice gave off like White Lotus vibes, so I was immediately turned off. But then I saw him killing the rich people, and I'm like, okay, maybe I'm okay with this.
Well, also I was interested because the lead crazy dude.
Yeah, the killer guy looks familiar. I was like, I couldn't place him.
Jack Whitehall, most notably known for being a stand-up comedian, but he also was in the Bad Education movie and Bad Education. He was Alfie.
Oh, interesting.
But he's most notably known for being a stand-up comedian, so I'm like, see you in here. David Duchovny, who's also, like, been known to do comedy.
Yep.
Not a comedy.
Hard left.
Yeah,
Maybe a bit dark comedy, but in the same way as, like Jay mentioned, White Lotus.
Yeah.
But,
it's the biggest swerve.
yep. Then also we had a Korean show on here.
Which, like, too intense for me. I'm probably gonna skip.
As You Stood By.
Which is just an entire show about domestic violence, and I'm like, I'm cool.
Well, it's about like getting revenge on domestic violence.
Yeah. Again, it's very much like you said, Big Little Lies, the J-Lo movie. Enough. I'm cool.
The synopsis is the series follows two women who, trapped in brutal reality where survival demands either killing or be killed, choose to kill, but soon find themselves caught in a twist of fate that they never saw coming.
They fall in love.
But I don't know.
I know. I'm just throwing it out there.
But the main reason why I included this is because it has Best Girl from Squid Game season 1.
Yep, but you know, she just continues the trend of just having shitty life in
Yep.
all her roles.
Yep. And it looks interesting, but don't know if we'll check it out.
Yeah, no,
because
way
like
too,
Jay said.
yeah, way too intense for me. I'm cool. Like, I can watch stuff. I can watch stuff that features domestic violence in it, but if domestic violence is the whole plot, I'm cool.
But something that is also messed up but we will probably watch, but we won't cover because it's basically an anthology.
Yeah, the Vince
Vince
Staples
show.
It's too surreal to do a podcast episode on. It's
Yeah.
not even like
That too.
it's an anthology. It's just like, yeah, how do you explain it is the thing, right? Because this is exactly the thing when I was saying about comedies. Like, I feel like explaining it ruins the experience. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, which just as like a minor spoiler is going to be why our main topic might be a little shorter, but anyway.
well, not necessarily, because like that we can do, because like with the main topic, it's we can do character by character, which will actually probably be longer than you think.
Yeah, but anyway, so with this one, the main characters are Vince Staples, and then just rotating supporting cast.
His mama, his girlfriend,
Yeah.
his dead Uncle James. You gotta watch the first season to understand where dead Uncle James comes from. But
Now we're actually getting his funeral,
yep,
which looks to be just as surreal as the rest of season 1.
yeah, we're gonna have to watch that one.
Including-
We're gonna have to watch that one together because I feel like we're all gonna have to, because this is one we're gonna have to all watch and be like, all right, so did you see what I saw? Because what the fuck just happened here?
Yeah,
because that's
we
literally
did
what
that
we
with
did the
season
first time.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, did you just see what I just saw? What the fuck am I looking at? Like,
I
did
don't
you
know
see what I
if we're
just
going to
saw?
fit it in our tight schedule, but
Yeah. Well, it'll definitely be a screen time at some point.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
yeah, but with our new game starting up,
Yeah.
our schedule is getting even smaller.
Oh yeah.
For-
Especially because we are going to be starting a new game, which we didn't really mention in screen time, but I did want to mention we went through another Draw Steel game, and guess what, guys? Brian didn't die! Yay!
Now,
Yippee.
I did get a little I wouldn't say yelled at, but I did get a couple
Did you
people
get
did get a little aggressive with me for staying too far behind.
Yeah, because now Brian, understandably so, was paranoid because he died once and almost died in the previous session. So Brian was being cautious and trying to stay as far the fuck away from the monster as possible. But the rest of us were in the thick of things, so we were pretty far away from Brian. So when we needed
To
some
be
healing,
fair, to be fair, with everything that I have going on with me, it was fine. It just didn't account for Trash's character going 4 squares down.
my character was also taken away like a damsel in distress and taken
But
underground.
you got out of there.
I did, and luckily David casted his healing on me before I got underground. So
Because that's the thing is David's healing is a reaction. Mine, you have to wait till your turn.
yeah,
And Draw Steel, the way that they do turns,
Yeah,
is
it's a-
different than D&D.
yeah. It's a little wonky, but yeah, just wanted to update you guys. Brian didn't die. Yay!
Yay!
Jay almost died.
Yay!
Not so yippee.
I say yay because it was almost and I didn't actually die.
Yeah, which I do like it because the other female character was absent, so Jay was like, "Is this monster sexist?"
The monster is mad sexist. Cause I don't care what Momo says. That monster was sexist as fuck. I kept getting grabbed, stuff thrown at me, acid spit at me.
Which is
Sexist
funny
ass,
because
sexist ass beetle, whatever the fuck.
up until this point, no, we don't know for sure.
It was some kind of insect.
Because
Yeah, some kind
it
of
was a
acid.
praying mantis.
Oh yeah, fucking sexist ass praying mantis.
Now, we don't
Damn.
know if the praying mantis' sex, so we can't say for this one, but it is kind of funny that,
You can be the
All
same
the other
sex and
big-
still be sexist.
I know,
Yeah.
I was saying that all the other baddies before, like the big bads, were all female.
Yeah. There are
So
women out there.
that's-
There are women out there that hate women. They exist.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I believe the term is femcel.
Yep. That's a different breed of idiocy.
Oh, yeah.
So you're
But-
technically there, my friend.
But anyway, that's
Sure.
it for the trailers. Of course, it's going to end weird because this batch of trailers was weird.
Yeah. But continuing on to weird, let's get to our main topic. So
yeah.
this is Haunted Hotel. Tony already gave the like a brief description, but in case you don't remember, this show is centered around, of course, a haunted hotel. Is it the overview?
Undervale.
Undervale? Yeah, Undervale. The Undervale. A hotel owned by Kathy and her 2 children, which was formerly owned by Kathy's brother Nathan, who passed away and is now living in the hotel as a ghost. And Kathy and her children Ben and Esther have to deal with all the crazy bullshit that goes around their hotel with all their, ghost occupants, various monsters, and still trying to run a business because, nobody wants to stay at a haunted hotel unless you're a fucking weirdo or white or both. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to throw y'all under the bus, but like, I only know white people. The only people I know that actively like, I want to stay at the haunted hotel. White people. My ass, you tell me that bitch is haunted? Oh fuck no. If my options were to sleep outside or go to a haunted hotel, I would sleep outside. I'm just saying. I don't fuck with ghosts. You won't find me being Ben.
Yeah.
Who's literally trying to fuck with a ghost.
I mean, he succeeded in doing things with said ghost.
In an esoteric kind of way. We'll get there. We'll get there. But yeah. So overall, let's start with just spoiler-free thoughts. I'll start. I think the show was a blast. It's really fucking funny. I like the art style and the aesthetic, and the characters are great. The only character I don't like Nathan. I'll be honest with you. I don't like Nathan.
Nathan is a bit whiny, yeah.
He's really needy, and I'm just like, shut up, Nathan. It's not about you. You're dead. Now, granted, it gets really deep towards the end, and I'm like, oh shit, maybe I should apologize to Nathan. But no. I'm not apologizing to Nathan. I meant what I said.
Never apologize to Nathan.
My favorite character of this entire batch is Abaddon.
Of course.
Abaddon is fucking hilarious. To use an Owl House comparison, Abaddon is essentially the king of this cast. He reminds me a lot of King from Owl House, including the twist of him having phenomenal cosmic power, which I mean, like, isn't a spoiler because like he talks about it a lot in the trailers and stuff. So like, again, and if you know your demonology, Abaddon is an actual demon.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Which, it's funny that you mentioned Owl House, because the one not familiar voice, Louise, that's her name, right?
Louise.
The daughter?
No, that's Esther.
Esther, sorry.
I was like, Louise? I was trying to think of the...
Rango, Esther.
Louise is from
Esther.
Bob. I think you're thinking of Bob Burgers. That's Louise.
Yeah.
That's Louise.
Yeah, but anyway, Esther. She actually was in. Her voice actor was in Owl House.
Oh, cool.
And it makes the most sense for Esther.
Nice. Who was she in Owl
She
House?
was young Gita.
Oh, nice. But yeah, fucking. I also really like Esther. Esther is my favorite kind of character in these types of shows. She's the chaos gremlin.
Who also just inexplicably knows black magic.
Well, I'm sure we'll find out more if we get a season 2.
Which we are.
Nice. That's confirmed. Nice. Good to know.
Because I actually learned also a little bit about the show's history here.
Oh, okay.
Because, interestingly enough, the creators of the show, well, the creator of the show is from the same cloth as Rick and Morty. In fact, the creator of the show is worked on Rick and Morty with the creator.
Yeah, I do remember hearing that. That was one of the selling points. This was somebody from this one of the writers from Rick and Morty.
Yeah, and for being his own show, this is a great show, and also for it to be, which is huge because in Netflix only animation, it is impossible to actually get a second season if you're not deemed popular enough.
Or an anime.
Or an anime, yeah. That too. But what I'm saying, like Netflix Western animation specific.
Rest in peace, Inside Job. I loved you.
Yeah.
We're gone too soon.
Indeed. But yeah, this show, I will say, I was surprised to see that Alex Hirsch was not attached.
Yeah.
Because this has very much a Gravity Falls feel.
It definitely does have a Gravity Falls feel. Has a really interesting lore as well. Like,
oh yeah,
it's both serious lore, but also lore that's really goofy and silly.
Like how each ghost died.
The unfinished recurring plot point of unfinished business is fantastic. I love how it's used throughout the show. We'll talk about it. But I think that's really interesting.
And also, unfinished business has like a diverse way of going about it. It's so dumb. And it all makes sense for like actual like at first you think unfinished business means like deep closure and stuff because like you see stuff like the Ghost Whisperer and stuff, but like a lot of this unfinished business is so petty and stupid, and it's like
one, for example, like it's not a major thing because it's just a little side gag. One motherfucker, his unfinished business is finding a lucky penny. He just
because he never had any in his ever-loving life.
and so he just finds the random penny that was dropped by the pickpocket ghost from Kathy's pocket, and he just poof crosses over.
And you know what the funniest thing about that is? I hope you noticed this, Jay, Brian. The funny sound effect, like
Yeah, the party streamer shit.
Yep.
too funny.
It just reminds me of the yippee,
The yippee creature.
Yeah. But yeah, it's just really funny. The lore is super interesting. It just around the hotel, the various creatures, the fact that like cryptids are involved, like our arch nemesis Tony, the one cryptid we think we can actually box is a recurring character.
Well, not a recurring character.
He's like a nemesis of Abaddon's.
Yeah, just a
Well, he's
sight
been there
gag.
twice, so.
Recurring. I guess sight gag is more appropriate than recurring character.
Yeah, because it's not recurring.
It just happened multiple times. But yeah, so it has such an interesting kind of feel to it, and I also like that they established like a fucking JRPG advantage triangle.
Yeah, it's so dumb, but it makes the most sense, at least to me.
Yeah, no, it definitely made sense to me. Humans beat humans beat ghosts. Ghosts beats demons. I don't know how ghosts can beat demons, but like
Multiple ghosts can actually just glom onto a demon.
yeah, I mean that's how it worked with like when they dealt with Keith David's guy.
Yeah. And also, we'll get this into more spoilery stuff, but Abaddon getting hoed like that. That's crazy.
Yeah, right. We'll talk about it. But yeah, overall, I really enjoyed it. I had a really fun time. Like the only reason we're recording it slightly later is because I had a fucking migraine the other day and I couldn't finish it. But I did finish it and it's great. So yeah, Brian, and then we'll finish with Tony since like Tony saw it first and he's already kind of given his thoughts. So, Brian.
I agree. I really like this. It was a nice surprise. It has an amazing cast. Will Forte as the uncle.
I also appreciate that the animation isn't ugly.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's accurate.
Like the Western animation has this bad rep thanks to shit like Big Mouth, that like Western character designs have to be like weird and nasty.
Oh yeah, I feel you. This animation style actually reminds me a bit of the late great Inside Job.
Oh yeah, definitely reminds me of Inside Job. It has shades of Rick and Morty as well, which makes sense because the creator comes from that pool.
Indeed. And speaking about the voice cast, the least likable character is actually Jemmy Olsen.
Yeah, that's crazy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. But all the cast really like, and like I said before, this feels like it could legit be in the same world as Gravity Falls.
Oh yeah. And I mean, it's actually not too far from Gravity Falls because this takes place in California. Gravity Falls is in Oregon.
Yep. It's just you go to your upstairs neighbor, then boom.
Yep.
But yeah, all the jokes hit. It's the fun kind of spooky, which you don't get to see too much of nowadays.
It also gets surprisingly deep.
Yeah.
And characters that you wouldn't think would be deep are deep, like the aforementioned Abaddon.
Yep. Abaddon very much reminds me of King. We'll talk about it when we get to it. But
yeah.
Like very much reminds me of King from Owl House.
Indeed.
And that's a high compliment because I fucking love King.
Yeah, this feels like those like 2000s shows like Owl House, Gravity Falls. This could fit in with all of them.
Although to be fair, Owl House I think was a 2020 show technically.
Really?
Yeah, because Owl House came out around the pandemic time, like right before. Like it was like 2019, like right before COVID, and then like COVID is why COVID was why the release schedule for season 2 is messed up.
I guess I got a little bit of
you watched it, yeah, but you ended up watching season 2 later, so that's probably why you got
and a bit of time blindness in general.
I mean,
but yeah,
having time blindness around COVID makes a lot of sense. So
but yeah,
don't blame me for it.
Yeah.
Also, if you like the vibe of this, I think it's a lot more intense. But Knights of Guinevere.
Knights of Guinevere is super intense.
Yeah, but you've now seen it.
I had already watched it when we
never knew that you watched it.
when we talked about it the first time.
Yeah, when we talked about it, I had
Yeah,
watched
yeah, yeah.
it and nobody else had.
I had brought it up in my screen time. I had brought it in my screen time the last episode because I had watched it then.
Yeah, Jay mentioned
Okay.
it.
Tony, I was say, Tony, you listened back to it. I talked about it, right? I was like, I feel like I talked about this.
Yeah.
Okay, that's my
Okay.
bad. Oh, but anyway,
Brian out here not remembering our episodes and shit.
a lot more intense version. But this show is fun, and I really like it. And my brain is clearly a little, but
I'm glad.
It's all
Fair
good.
enough.
yeah,
It's all
I will
good.
end it there.
I just enjoy giving Brian shit. That's my favorite pastime. Tony, we don't really need your spoiler-free thoughts because you already talked about it in the screen time. But I mean, if you want to be quick about it,
Nah.
okay, then we can just go ahead and jump into spoilers so we can do a deeper dive on it. But yeah, this show gets the Translation seal of approval. This is definitely one I think you should check out if you're if you are in the market for something to watch during spooky season with your kiddos or just by
Yeah.
yourself. Because I mean,
Like I said, this is fun, spooky.
although again, some of this stuff might be a little too intense for your kiddos because they do touch on some deeper subjects at later points, which we'll talk about.
Oh yeah.
But you know, I'll leave that discretion up to you parents. But I think it's pretty safe for your teens to watch. Like maybe not your little kids, but like young teens and onwards, I feel like it's fine. Like,
Oh yeah, absolutely.
like I think this would have if Disney Channel was still what it was or Cartoon Network would have found. I think this would have found a home
Yeah.
at Disney Channel, especially like Brian said, around like the Gravity Falls era of stuff in the 2010s.
Indeed.
But yeah, so you have been warned. Spoiler time. Man, okay, so we're gonna do this character by character, and I guess first we'll start off with the least interesting character, Ben. Like,
yeah.
like
Yeah.
he's okay. I don't hate him. I know I've seen discourse. I've seen discourse online, and a lot of people don't like him, but I don't hate him. I think a straight man is necessary. Like if we had two Esthers, this show would be too crazy. We need a straight man to balance Esther's crazy energy, right? So like Ben is necessary, and you know you guys also got to remember he's 13. No duh. Like he's gonna be focused on girls and like do stupid shit just to impress girls,
Or just be.
or just to fit in with people.
Yeah.
I do need further explanation on his cat aspect of his personality.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering too.
Like, are you a furry, Ben? Like, what's going on here?
Yeah. What's going on? What is this?
Because we got confident Ben, totally understandable. Horny Ben, totally understandable. You know, teenage boy.
Dad Ben?
Dad Ben with suppressed daddy issues. Okay, got it.
Well,
So he's had to kind of
And also he's,
Dad
yeah, I would
Esther.
say also he's taken a dad role with Esther because their dad is not around. So you know, there's that. But Cat Ben, I'm concerned.
Why Cat Ben? Why do you exist, Cat Ben?
And I'm not gonna lie, I kind of wish we got more plot with him and Annabelle, cause like I'm just really curious on how this works.
The conduit thing?
Yeah, like the they do the one focus episode on it, and they end up having like the soul bond, like supernatural orgasm through hand holding.
yeah.
Ungloved
Yeah.
hand holding. She's from the 1920s. You would think she knew better than to participate in ungloved hand holding.
And then we get like side jokes about it, like the whole mannequin thing.
We all know what he was trying to do with that mannequin.
Oh, absolutely. We knew exactly what that man was trying to do with that
We're
mannequin.
trying out things.
Listen, I'm dating a ghost girl, and we are trying things. Let's leave it at that.
My man had a mission.
Listen, and to be honest, it makes a lot of sense, and I'm like, that's actually pretty clever. It's a lot safer than having a volunteer, right? Because that's usually the other way that people do this kind of thing if they're dating a ghost in these types of worlds, is that like they like have somebody volunteer to be possessed by said ghost and then let the ghost engage with their significant other. So it's a lot less problematic.
Absolutely.
I mean, although if the volunteer is consenting, I guess it's fine. But like, that's a lot more complicated than just using a mannequin.
yeah.
But then my brain, being the fucking, you know, degenerate that I am, I started thinking, I'm like, so like, are you gonna also like attach like parts for like authenticity?
Yeah.
Not like body parts, obviously. I mean like the silicone type stuff,
Yeah, I knew what you meant.
It was for the folks at home.
I know, but it was for the folks at home because corpse parts have been used in this show, so I wasn't like I'm not talking about using parts of dead bodies, people.
Yeah.
I'm talking about adult toy related stuff, which I know is
We
somehow
only,
scarier for other people than corpse parts.
We only deal with stuff of people of consenting age that are alive.
Although I do like the point that Ben brought up when fucking Nathan was like, isn't she like 90? It's like, yeah, but she didn't die at 90. So, which I feel like, that checks out, because
Yeah.
if she died at 13, her spirit is forever preserved at 13. So I don't think that's weird. Now, if
But
you
I do.
As messy as that logic.
The mom keeps saying, "Oh, that is a problem that we do need to deal with, but we have a lot of bigger stuff to deal with."
yeah, I mean, there's a lot of stuff, and overall, it's pretty harmless. I mean, it's just a relationship. It's definitely weird, but hey, 13. When you're 13 and horny, you do weird stuff to achieve your goals. All
That
right,
much is true.
it's better into a ghost than a sock. At least you don't have to clean that up.
You're not wrong
If it
there.
is a ghost, would it also be a sock then? Cause
No, because Ben is a conduit, it literally goes through him.
Mm-hmm.
So they don't actually have an orgasm. It's more like it's more.
It's esoteric orgasm.
Yeah, it's like it's on the esoteric kind of other plane of existence orgasm, which I thought was really interesting, and it also gives I wish they had dove a little deeper into this concept of soulmates that they kind of briefly touched on with Annabelle and Ben.
yeah.
There's
Also,
a lot of potential there.
his role as a conduit.
I also really enjoyed I think it was funny that the guy that's trying to flirt with her is a World War I pilot.
He said, "What's
yeah.
world?"
He goes, what does he mean by World War One?
And I'm pretty sure that pilot is Patrick Warburton.
Yeah, it is. It was Patrick Warburton. And but and it makes sense that the World War I pilot was hitting on her because they would be around the same age if she had lived to adulthood. But yeah, so that's Ben. I guess now we'll go to Kathy. Poor Kathy.
Fucking Kathy, man. Jesus.
She's trying her best. At least she got laid,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and she didn't get murdered.
Yeah.
Poor Esther.
Yeah. Esther got traumatized.
Yeah.
The fact that I need a child therapist after what I saw,
Or
because
10.
my innocence was taken.
Or 10. Because I lost my innocence and I don't know how to deal. Also,
Yeah.
Top writing, their writers.
shout
And
out
also the fact that-
shout out to Randall Park. He was great.
Yeah. Him fighting those cats.
I hope he comes back.
Those cats were just being menaces. What?
They just want to copy their butts.
Yeah. This is why we don't print anywhere in this house, Jimmy.
But yeah. So
Yeah. But Kathy, coming to deal with, what happened with Nathan.
yeah. So so do we want to talk about that in Kathy's section or do we want to save that for Nathan's section?
Let's do that for both.
Yeah.
I'd say
Yeah, so so let's talk about it here. I think Kathy's done a really good job at adjusting to this life with how fucking crazy it is. Mabel becoming, or I said Mabel because she's very Mabel-like. Fucking Esther becoming a member of a ghost gang.
Oh, yeah.
And again, this brings back the unfinished business. That shit is hilarious. Fucking the Phoebe with all it is a sweater.
no. She wanted her shawl that
The
her
shawl, yeah.
sis before she died, and I'm like, that is so petty.
And also,
ridiculous.
she yelled at her elderly father. And he
Yeah.
goes, "Wait, Phoebe, how are you talking to me? Is it because are you upset because you can no longer control me?" She was going off, and it's like, no, it's because you're dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just.
He was not a good person.
You've
I
been
need your man. Like the fuck? Damn, Phoebe.
you've been dead for 40 years.
And just because she was trying to have her move on, she decided to have her join them.
Yep.
Yeah, no. Phoebe was like, I catched on to your game, to your bitch.
Yeah,
Now you're gonna die.
Phoebe is a petty motherfucker. Beavis and Petty
Yeah.
Barbara.
And this is why she died by tomahawk.
Although apparently it was just her boyfriend's terrible name.
Yeah.
And that hatchet came in
Yeah.
handy.
Cause
Flower, she ain't.
Also,
Which,
side note, I just want to shout out to my favorite side character, Jessica, the tentacle monster. Love Jessica.
Oh yeah.
and also I love that Catherine is trying her best to run the hotel in her brother's stead, even though her brother is this very what's the best way to describe
He's
Nathan?
absent-minded, but like he's a big dreamer that doesn't follow through with his dreams.
Yeah, probably led to his self-deletion.
Yeah.
And I think I know where the show is going. I think the show is gonna like end with Nathan moving on after the hotel becomes a success.
Yeah,
Because I'm pretty sure that's what his unfinished business is. Is like he felt like a failure with this hotel, and so like he just couldn't take it anymore, kind of thing.
And also the fact that Catherine has to deal with a bunch of ghosts in one hotel.
Yep.
Which I think is like an uphill battle.
Oh yeah.
On top of because we don't know the nature of her divorce with her ex-husband.
Yeah, my one of my favorite ghosts though. Who is that guy? His voice sounds really familiar, and he looks like the actor, the older gentleman with like the cowboy voice and the guitar.
Oh,
I
is
know that.
him?
I know that guy. He looks like that guy.
He reminds me a lot of Sam Elliott.
Yeah, Sam Elliott. There it is. He looks and I know it's not Sam Elliott voicing him, but he looks and sounds a lot like Sam Elliott.
Yeah.
He reminded me of Sam Elliott's character in 1842.
Well,
Oh my god. Why'd you have to remind me of that shit?
he also reminds me of Sam Elliott's character in The Big Lebowski,
Yeah.
I'm also reminded
they were specifically going for that because
writer.
I also just love the moment he has with Catherine, where he's just like, "Is it just me or is there a vibe going?"
Oh, yeah, but all the ghosts are interesting. Like the one that possesses the book.
Yeah, I love that because it starts off like Her, you know, the Joaquin Phoenix movie Her, but with a magic journal, and it's like, oh no, I'm not a woman. I'm a guy. You just never asked me.
Which the funny thing is when it was a girl, that was She-Ra.
Yeah, but he was 100% having an emotional affair with that diary.
Yes, he was.
Yeah,
Man. Also, the Ghost Hunters episode, fucking hilarious.
yeah. Oh my god.
Catherine was trying so hard.
And the ghost went on strike. Poor Annabelle. She tried her best. She was giving it her all. Damn it. She was really going in. She was really bringing it. Nobody was paying attention.
And also, she was beefing with that Shirley Temple looking ghost.
Yep. Which
But
made
my favorite episode is like my favorite subplot related to Kathy is when she got trapped in that weird situationship with the
with the honeymoon suite. Yeah, that's my favorite.
yeah.
That's my favorite Kathy episode too.
So, like son, like mother.
Yeah, kind
It
of.
wasn't.
But
Okay.
Well, getting like romantically
I mean,
entangled with a
technically,
ghost.
Ben initiated with both Annabelle and the library, or the book in the library, but like,
Yeah.
but Kathy just kind of got seduced by chocolate,
And the fact that the room pretty much cleaned itself up. And also acted like a very messy domestic partner.
yeah.
Which is like, ugh.
And also like the worst kind of rebound person, because like they're the kind that like lets you complain about your ex, and they pretend to listen to you, but then the second you try to like do something else, or you say you're not interested, they're just like, oh, fuck you then. It's like,
Also,
right? Oh, I mean, okay.
taking the
Weirdo.
the Bay Bumblebee speak, but making it creepy.
Oh, with the TV, yeah.
I'm a honeymoon suite, not a friend suite.
Oh man.
Then I was like, hinge, brother.
Now you will be with me forever.
Also, at the end when she was trying to run away, and every single
Oh yeah.
kept
Yeah.
being the suite.
Yep, and then like eventually like the honeymoon suite just kind of kicked her out. Just like, I'm not into this anymore. Like, so what changed its mind? I was confused about that.
Kathy pretty much had this epiphany after talking to her brother, where it's like, I'm sorry, and the room was not like into it. It's like clarity was like a turn off.
Yeah, I guess he wasn't. The room wasn't into accountability. I guess that's weird. All right.
Yeah, it was like, yeah, nah, I'm not vibing with this shit. Get the fuck out. I'm gone.
And then it disappeared into like a weird pocket dimension. Like it absorbed itself. It like imploded. It was weird.
Yeah, like that one horror movie, but where it was the whole house that did it.
Yep.
Poltergeist, yeah.
Or Monster House, which is just kids' version of Poltergeist.
No, Monster House was
Yeah, Monster House, they killed the house.
They did kill the house.
exploded. It didn't feed into itself. It exploded.
Monster House is really underrated. I fuck with
Yeah.
Monster House. That's a classic.
Yep. It also gave us a twist hero
Yeah.
and that old man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But no, he was a good guy.
He was trying to warn you guys away from the house.
like, get my lawn, because the spirit inside my house will kill anybody.
Yeah, that's my dead wife in there. I don't want her to eat you.
But back to this though.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The second best character, Esther.
Esther. Oh man, I love Esther. Esther and her hijinks are fantastic. I
And
also.
if you want to talk about daddy issues, good God.
Oh yeah. She fucking.
Dang.
She resorts to using necromancy to deal with her daddy issue.
Yep.
Poor Dan.
Dad.
He seemed like a good guy.
Yeah, but also kind of like a Pokemon. All he could say was his name.
Yeah. But apparently he was a hit with the principal, who was high out of his mind.
Yep. Which Esther with that luck. Check.
Man.
But
Dan.
yeah, and I do like how when Ben confronted her about it, she's like, "Yeah, I know."
Yeah, she didn't.
Yeah, duh.
She didn't deny it, but it was just like, "But I need this."
And because that's the thing is, I like how self-aware Esther is.
Mm-hmm.
Like when she was manipulating the one girl
Heather
to
P.
do her diorama.
Yeah, Heather P.
Which talk about recurring characters. I like Heather.
Heather's fun. She reminds me. You guys didn't watch Steven Universe, but she reminds me of Connie from Steven Universe.
She's also like the straight man's straight man.
Yeah.
Which I do like at the end of that. She's like, "Okay, I'm going home. Finish this. Enjoy your A."
I also like that. Like it led to like them actually becoming real friends later, because Esther thought,
Yeah.
oh, she probably doesn't like me because I just used her, and it's like, what do you mean? I thought we were friends. And then she has that moment of, not now, Heather. I don't care. For, tsundere about it. It's like, yes, of course, Heather.
Yeah.
Whatever.
But then Esther had her that one episode where it was
The Gremlins episode, the Gremlins Body Snatcher
Yeah.
episode.
Yeah.
Yep. I also really like Heather's friendship with Abaddon. Heather
yeah.
helping Abaddon win a game of Connect Four.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Abaddon really grasping the concept of a popular game that from my childhood.
I love
I
Connect.
respect Abaddon.
I love Connect Four.
You always got to remember the diagonals though.
The diagonal. See, people always sleep on the diagonals. Yeah. So that was fun. Also, again, Esther being the fucking like utility MVP because she knows all the magic shit.
Yep.
Like, I need to know more. Like, is this all just like internet knowledge? Like, did you train under the ancient one or something? What's going on here?
Yep. And that like thing with the allowance where it's like, you don't do anything around here. Yeah, I do.
She really does when you think about it. She is the problem solver of the family.
But she also sometimes is the problem starter.
Oh yeah, she causes as many problems as she fixes, but at least she fixes the problem at the end of the day.
Yeah, because the snow globe thing wouldn't have happened if she wouldn't be in a little shit.
Yeah. And then like everybody got possessed. Also, like fucking Abaddon needs to work on identifying his herbs.
Yeah.
No, I'll just work on anything else, really.
Yeah, here are the 100 buttons that you asked for.
Oh my god.
My man really thought they needed buttons.
I love Abaddon. Let's go ahead and talk about Abaddon. I love this guy.
Yeah.
His bonding with Kathy is probably my favorite. Like when he became a bellhop, and he
actually really liked the vest.
he loved that vest so much.
And he was
I love that that's like a reoccurring thing with Abaddon is his love of just like weird
Random pieces of clothing.
apparel.
Yeah, like the trilby.
He was really attached to his trilby.
And you better not you better not call it a fedora because it's not a fedora. He gets real angry if you call it a fedora.
Yeah.
Which I do like that, where people are like, "Hey, so he actually did have the trilby."
Yep. I don't know.
And also-
I don't know what the pillowcase killer needed with the trilby, but he had the trilby.
And also,
Yeah.
Abaddon's obsession with the vents.
Yep.
The vents, the blender.
Yeah.
He had this great dynamic with a spider.
Oh,
Because
Jerbon.
Yeah.
Jerbon.
Yeah, Jeroboam.
Oh, poor Jerbon. Rest in peace.
Yeah.
That is the autistic ass demon if I ever saw.
Oh yeah, absolutely. The most autistic demon. Also, he got clowned on by Moroth, that no-name motherfucker.
Yep.
Even though he's voiced by the GOAT, Keith David.
Right.
Yeah. Which I like that. It's like, you don't know me. I live 3 doors down.
Three doors down from me is like is an empty lot.
They turned my house into an empty lot.
They tore down my castle.
They tore down my castle and replaced it with a pit?
Yeah.
Oh man.
You got that disrespected by your own people? Crazy.
Yeah.
But then Abaddon turns into the goat
Yep.
at the end.
Oh yeah. When he fucking went through time like 3 different times.
No.
No, multiple times.
Like
It wasn't.
100.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Because
Because
they had a whole montage of them. Yeah. It's true.
Well, it's because he saved them on like 3, but then he was like, "Is there a way for me to save them and get my powers
And keep my powers, but yeah, there was not.
Yeah, and the funniest goddamn thing about that is the motherfuckers that are a part of his cult, because guess who voiced the head of the cult?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I recognize that guy.
I've said his name already in the podcast.
It's
Was that Camille
It's Camille.
Nanjiani? Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
it's
Yeah,
so hilarious.
Yeah, that was really funny. You
Which I
can't.
love that moment where it's the one timeline where he uses the chloroform and then the dude just grabs the knife and does it himself and he's like, "Damn it!"
Yep.
Like, oh,
Oh man, and then fucking Ben and Nathan get absorbed into the cult.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Ben got entranced by some older girls, which is the most teenage boy thing I've ever seen.
Which I mean, yeah, accurate.
Yeah.
Also, like, good on Annabelle for not feeling like she's in the cuck chair.
And she was like, no. And then she got roped into the cult too.
Yep. All they had to do was validate her. She was like, "Oh, you're so pretty." It's like, "Oh, well, thank you."
And then Nathan, where he's like, "This is a cult. Oh, you are a sacred member of our cult.
And
Okay, I'm in the
it's
cult."
just like, "Oh shit, I'm a high rank. Oh wait, one below gold. How do I get to gold?"
Yeah.
Making this cult more like multi-level marketing. That's
Right.
ingenious.
I mean, to be
Yeah.
fair, MLMs are essentially cult.
Yeah. But if you want to know what an actual cult is, there's actually one creator on TikTok/YouTube that actually explains like a fine point culting, like what makes a cult.
Yep.
And you can technically make those into cults because it concerns labor, and cults are all about labor.
That's fair.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, like Abaddon's cult that was pretty intense.
Yes, it was. And like the guy that was teased at in the very first episode.
Yep, turned out to
That-
just be Camille Nanjiani, or just the old guy.
No.
Oh, the old guy, right?
Yeah, the creepy old guy with the weird scar.
Yeah, and the whited out eyes.
Yeah.
Turned out he was
Yeah.
kind of a nothing burger of a character. He didn't really do much.
Yeah, he was just
He was just
a member of the cult.
yeah, he was just an underling of Camille Nanjiani.
Which that was a nice twist. I really enjoyed that.
Yeah, cause he gave off the vibe of like the crazy elder member.
Yeah.
But no, he was just an old
And
fuck.
Abaddon attacks him. He's just like, "Is this all part of the plan?"
Oh man, he just murders that entire bus.
Yeah.
Good shit.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I feel like that's it.
Not everything. Let's talk about our favorite ghosts in the Underveil.
Oh yeah. Oh, we didn't. We didn't talk about our least favorite ghost. We got to talk about Nathan. We got to talk about Nathan before we talk about the ghost.
Yeah. So let's talk about Nathan. Bro, I get that you're just a cheery dude, but you ended yourself to prove what? Okay, so we don't know the nature of how he offed himself and what kind of headspace he was in, but it just seems to me that he did it.
I've got a guess. Now I don't want to get graphic because YouTube, but
Yeah.
because of the story that Kathy told him, I think his death involved involved a belt. Let's say.
Yeah.
Oh, do you think? Well, that's the thing is, you think it was just that, or the David Carradine?
Nah, I think it was just a belt because her story was he was choking on grape, and so
yeah, true.
I think that is a hint at how he actually did it.
Yeah, and him going out like that would also explain why there was a bit of anger behind his death.
Because it's more towards the selfishness of an individual that does this.
Yeah.
I'm saying this from the perspective of not that any of us have experienced this, none of us have, but I'm just saying it from just the angle of Kathy and her kids knowing that her brother did this to himself. It's just very selfish of her brother to do so.
Oh yeah, I mean, and of course, we've all had our dark times. We've talked about it ad nauseum on this podcast. So we're not downplaying the severity of mental health, of course, but
no,
not doing that. But we can point out, because we have been in those places before, that when someone's not whose mental fortitude isn't strong enough, we can see that Nathan was just not in a good headspace.
And if you look at the show again, it's pretty obvious that he his life led to that, because he very much has the typical optimistic, cheery facade that you would see in somebody that's kind of going through that kind of turmoil internally.
Absolutely. But it doesn't mean that we can understand his background. We just don't like him as a character because of his decisions throughout the show, let's just say.
Yeah. He's very selfish and self-centered, even as a ghost, he's always looking for an adventure just so he can be included, because his family can go outside of the property line and go into town and experience other, make memories and stuff, but he's trapped. But I mean, you did that to yourself, Nathan.
Yeah, but also we don't want to downplay it. Part of the anger was also just anger at herself for not noticing.
Yeah, not being there.
Yeah.
But another thing that we could say that is funny about Nathan is that in his selfishness, he doesn't get what he wants always.
Oh yeah.
I see this as a major example. When he tries to get Abaddon to use the computer for him.
Yep.
And he's trying to teach Abaddon how to use the computer. Oh my god.
My favorite Nathan episode is the Aunt Rose episode. I love the Aunt Rose episode.
Oh.
God.
Especially with how it ended. That ending made me laugh so hard.
Oh yeah.
That woman, Jesus Christ.
She is.
And I can see why they hated her.
I mean, everybody hated her. I mean, she was kind of the worst.
She's insufferable.
It kind of reminded me of a character that I hated from King of the Hill. I hate that old lady from King of the Hill.
Oh, the old lady that went to the Hill House.
That tried to die there. Yeah.
I think her name was Westmore.
Yeah. People disagree with me vehemently. I got into a whole debate in the Shady Durags comment section about how that character's the worst, and she just manipulated Hank and his good nature, bitch, because he of course he doesn't want her to fucking die alone. He's not heartless, but it's also not his responsibility.
Yeah, and it's the crazy thing. Not only did you have to deal with that in the comics, but Hank in the show had to deal with his entire block basically saying,
yeah, just let her die in there, man. What are you doing? Why are you being so mean? It's what do you mean? This is my house.
I'm not gonna let some old woman die in my house.
I'm not gonna let her ghost just linger here. The fuck is your problem, bro?
That was so because Kathy was trying with Aunt Rose, and not only did Aunt Rose reveal that the reason why she got her the necklace was
my god, it was just to make her mom feel like she was a bad mother.
Wild.
And then again,
she did become a ghost.
To spoil, I don't like spoiling jokes, but this shit was so fucking funny. Oh my god, when she becomes a ghost, and then she's like, I just wanted to see. I've been waiting decades to see this look of absolute defeat on both of your faces, and there it is, and then boom. Yeah, exactly.
Like,
Yeah. Which
you old bitch.
Oh, she's.
I totally forgot the name of that actress, but she's a very good actress.
Oh, she was great.
It's Amy something. Amy Sedaris, I believe.
Yeah, because she was in Mando, right? She was the mechanic lady.
Yeah, as the mechanic.
And oh my god, the one Aunt Rose was just that type of old woman that complained about fucking everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the insufferable.
Oh.
And it kind of reminds. I know why Nathan doesn't like her, because she just reminds him too much of himself.
Yep. Because Nathan is also a whiner.
And a bit insufferable.
And apparently he was insecure about his weird lip, so that's why he grew a mustache, which is a pretty decent mustache, to be honest. Like,
Yeah, his mustache game is on point. Respect to that, but my
No.
man, huh?
It wasn't Amy Sedaris.
oh, it wasn't? Oh,
It sounded a lot like her.
yeah.
Well, who?
It's she was in Donnie Darko and No Country for Old Men.
Oh.
Trying to see what else we know her from, but she's another one of those familiar faces.
But yeah, now that we're done with Nathan, let's talk about Abaddon.
No, we talked about Abaddon. We're talking about the other
Oh
ghosts.
yeah, let's talk about the other ghost, I guess, because we did already talk about Abaddon. But one thing I want to say about Abaddon, like, he reminded me a lot of King because of like his like sibling relationship with Esther. Reminds me a lot of Luce and King.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
like this little demon finding himself a family.
Yep. It ended up being a found family story at the end of the day.
Yep.
He got adopted.
Demon.
Always stay scheming.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna lie. Like, she needs to make sure to enunciate, because sometimes it sounds like she's saying semen. I'm just saying.
Which is
All the other ghosts were good too, like
Yeah. A lot-
Stabby.
Stabby Paul. Who doesn't love Stabby
Daddy
Paul?
Paul. Yeah, love that guy.
Who apparently stabbing was his job. Music is his passion.
Yeah, good for him.
Also,
And I
apparently-
also like how they explained the mechanics of death. So
Yeah.
they died with their instruments, so their instruments became ghosts. That's how they can play instruments. Like, oh,
So
okay.
apparently the like Slender Man looking dude died with a guitar.
Yep.
Yeah, good for that guy.
Wonder what his life was about. That's gonna be interesting.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, like,
And then we have Candlehead. Really like Candlehead.
Candlehead's hilarious.
Yeah.
Candlehead's hilarious.
Candlehead kind of reminded me a more crazy version of what was his name? Norman in Sandman.
Oh yeah. Wait.
Mark Hamill's
no, Mark
character?
Hamill's character. Fuck. The pumpkin guy. I don't remember his name.
Oh, I think it was something Pumpkinhead.
Hold on. We're looking this up. Keep talking.
Yeah, he was good, even though they like stretched the one note of his character so far, but it never felt like stretched.
Yeah, for sure.
And all the other various different ghosts that they just like kept bringing up. Then you had like some of the ghosts which weren't jokes; they were genuinely horrifying,
Oh yeah.
like the anglerfish.
Oh, the one that eats memories.
Yeah, that's creepy.
Mervin.
I was close.
Mervin Pumpkinhead.
Yeah.
We knew his last name was Pumpkinhead. It's Merv.
Merv Pumpkinhead.
Yeah.
But yeah, like the whole thing with the Forbidden Wing, as like that Ghost Hunters episode was hilarious, but the memory eating anglerfish is terrifying.
Yeah.
Oh, that thing was like, oh.
Also the layers on the Zach what's his face stand-in. He was Canadian pretending to be British, pretending to be American. He's a dude pretending to be another dude, pretending to be another dude.
Bro is just.
Like, dude disguised as another dude.
That was crazy. I felt bad for his cameraman homie.
Yeah, that like,
He also just
This one-
realized his unfortunate style choices after his memories got wiped. This is a really unflattering cut.
at least he found that out for himself, man.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah.
But man, good stuff. Anything else we want to touch on before we get into final thoughts and ratings, or do you want to just go ahead and jump into final thoughts and ratings?
You want to do a bit of speculation station?
Oh yeah, for sure. I definitely think we will get more of a presence from hell, like Abaddon people like coming back and actually acknowledging him. I think that'll definitely be an arc.
Oh yeah.
I do want to see Kathy address the Annabelle Ben situation.
Mm-hmm.
I also want to see how their relationship progresses.
Yeah, and I wonder if we're gonna get to see what was his name, Wonder Ben?
Oh, free Ben.
Oh, Free Spirit
Free
Ben.
Ben.
Free Spirit Ben.
Yeah.
Free Spirit Ben.
And he
If that was
somehow
just a one-off joke, or if he's actually going to return.
he somehow still has the tattoo.
Yeah.
They all have the tattoo.
Yeah.
No.
No.
Only Free Spirit.
No,
Ben
Free Spirit.
tattoo.
No, free.
No.
No, no. Free Spirit Ben gave him. No, Free Spirit Ben gave himself the tattoo, and then when he merged with all the Bens, he had the tattoo.
Yeah, that was one of the things. Like when he cut his hand, they were like, they all cut their hands. So it's like, do we all have the tattoo? And they looked, and they all. Had the tattoo.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, that's right. So Free Spirit Ben just like dipped out.
Yeah.
Just like, hey, I'm gone. Peace, yo.
He'll probably. I'm
Yeah.
sure he'll come back. He's got to come back.
And like you said, maybe learn more about like how Esther got to be with the magic.
Yep. I also want to know the deal with Ron, their dad.
Yeah.
Like, he seems like a piece of shit and a scammer, which is probably where Esther gets her, like, schemy, like, sly brain from. But obviously, Esther is
but,
more successful at it.
But that's it for now, I think.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
So yeah, final thoughts and ratings. I'll start, then we'll go to Brian, then we'll end with Tony. Yeah, I think I'll give this a solid 8.5. Not great enough to like make it a 9, but it is a really good show. But I don't think it has enough to reach 9, but I don't have enough complaints to like bring it down to like a flat 8. So 8.5 feels right. Brian?
You've convinced me. I agree. Like, it's a good show. It's a really good show. It's just we've also had a lot of like.
Yeah, no, cause I was thinking about the stuff we have actually given 9s to, cause we've given out a lot of 9s recently, and
Yeah.
we've given a lot of
9s
9s,
and
9.5s, and 10s. So it's like we have to set that against the bar, set that as the bar. So it's
Yeah.
like, did it meet that same? Did it give us that same kind of feel? Not quite. So not
Yeah.
quite there yet.
And like you said, we had that one episode where we went like more into Ben with the multiple Bens episode, but Ben as a character is still annoying.
Which is funny because, like you said, Jimmy Olsen is the GOAT.
Yeah.
And how Jimmy's actor is the voice of a character who is just mid to annoying.
Yeah, the opposite of the GOAT.
Well,
Yeah.
that's the thing is he's also known for playing a very squirmy character who was also the GOAT.
Yeah.
And that is Santa Clarita Diet.
Oh yeah, he was the best friend. Love that guy.
Yeah, the best friend who like had all the zombie knowledge.
Yep.
But
Santa
anyway,
Santa
yeah,
Clarita
so-
Diet was also a very underrated Netflix horror comedy starring Timothy Olyphant. Was Drew Barrymore?
Yep.
Yeah. I was like, I know it was somebody big aside from Olyphant. Yeah, very good show. Definitely check that out.
Very good show. But back to this show, yeah, I think I'll agree. 8.5.
Okay, Tony.
Well, I like to agree with you guys. It is an 8.5, but depending on what season 2 gives us, it might be bumped up to 9.
I
least
think
in my
no.
opinion.
See, that's my thing. I think season 2 has the potential for a 9, but season 1 is definitely 8.5. Like solid,
Yeah.
but not great.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
could be improved.
It was a nice, fun run.
Oh yeah, and it was definitely a strong start for sure. But okay. So, I mean, we already alluded to it, but Brian, why don't you tell the lovely folks at home what they can expect next week on our first episode of November?
All right, so we've already mentioned it before, so there's no reason to come up with a fancy segue. We're covering Task.
Yeah, we are honestly low on shows at right now in terms of like stuff to cover. We do have some stuff planned, but like this is kind of one of those like gap periods where like we needed something to fill in, and we were initially gonna do tasks this week, but then we're like, wait a minute, wait, no, it's the end of October. We got to do something spooky, so we ended up doing Haunted Hotel instead.
Yeah.
And we just flipped tasks to the
but
next week.
I do have something semi-big as a suggestion for after Task, but I'll talk about that with the guys after.
All right, so until then, we will catch you guys later. Hope you guys have a great Halloween, and until next time, peace.